Hey everybody, this is your girl Debra CoCo from Just Gimme the Mic, and thank you for tuning into our show. We have a great show lined up for you each and every week, and we hope that you tune in. You can catch us every Sunday night at 10 p.m. on channel 68 on BronxNet, and MNN2 in Manhattan at 8 p.m. on Sunday nights. And make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed the show. Now sit back, relax, and again, my name is Debra CoCo, and welcome to Just Give Me the Mic. Hi, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the first segment of the show. MC TNT, he definitely broke down some hip-hop history for us. Again, today on Just Give Me the Mic, we are paying homage to Hip Hop History Month, y'all. And I'm coming to you straight from the Poconos. I'm here. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I still represent hip hop. And I'm excited to bring my next guest, who I consider to be a friend of mine that I've been watching over the years doing his thing, still showing his passion for hip hop. He is one of the people that started the game out. So we're here to hear his story today, and I'm excited to share it with you, my audience. I have a member of the Fearless Four rap group from New York City. And to thank you to the great legend, the Great Peso, for joining me today on the show and Last Minute.
Yes, it's never a problem with you because, we go all the way back, from like day one. You know what I'm saying? We like family.
Thank you, Peso. So I'm excited because I definitely heard some good stuff from MCT&T about how he got started in the game. And I've never had a chance to interview you like officially, like through the show for the network. So I want you to share your beginning in hip hop. Because I told you in the green room, I was surprised to hear that you started out really doing graffiti. So let's talk about your beginnings.
Yes. All right. So my beginning was I was a graffiti writer. And not only me, Tito and Masto C, they was writers. And we used to write on the trains and stuff. But at the time, I was like really big in graffiti. I was like one of the top 5 cats out there with the style and all that stuff. And I was down with the Death Squad. And I ran all over New York. And me walking into hip hop was like it is. I walked into hip hop because from my block is I grew up with Spoonie G, Treacherous Street, you know what I'm saying? And we used to hang out in the park. And what I used to do, I used to help them out in the park and carry equipment. At the time when I was riding on the train, my brother, Mr. Nasty Kenny G, he was down with Mike C, they was called the family. So them and the Treacherous Three, they did a lot of park jams together. And what I used to do and my graffiti friends, we used to like meet them downstairs in the basement, and we carry the equipment to the park. So like me thinking about rapping at that time, I was never thinking about rapping, but the rap words and lyrics and hanging out with all the guys was like part of my life. You know what I'm saying? Because we all grew up together.
Right.
So one thing led to another, and Tito started rapping and stuff. So I used to hang out with Tito when we get through riding on the trains, and he used to go in the park and rock the mic. Still, I wasn't rapping; I was just hanging out. and Masto C was the DJ, and him and Tito used to make tapes. And then Mr. Troy from the Disco 4 used to hang out with Tito, so we all was hanging out. But at the time, I still wasn't rapping. I was just hanging out.
Okay.
Hanging out, doing my pieces because I was really nice with that, And then my brother, he stopped rapping. So that's when Tito said, "Yo, why don't you rap?" I started laughing. I said, I'm not a rapper, man. I'm a graffiti artist.
I drew it,
And
right? Right.
I said, Tito, I'm nice with it. He said, yeah, we know, but we hang out all the time, and and like everybody, I think you're pretty good. So we're in the Master OC house, and I got on the mic and I did a little something, and they recorded me, and I listened to myself. I'm like, oh shit,
I
that's
can
me. You
rap.
know what I'm saying?
All right.
That's all. That's how it all started with Tito talking me into rapping,
Wow.
and Tito was always good, but Tito was before before him rapping, he was a graffiti artist too.
Oh, okay.
So we used to listen to rappers and, and, and go all over the place and hang out.
Well,
Tag
who
our
did you
names up.
listen to? Who was like some of the rappers that you used, like that comes to mind that you used to listen to at that
Well,
time?
Curtis Blow, which he's my cousin. I used to listen to him first, and
Okay,
then
right.
my older brother used to bring in like mixtapes from Hollywood and all that stuff. So those were the first cats, and then just by me hanging out in the park with Mo D, L.A. Sunshine, Special K, and my brother and Mike seeing them, they was rappers. So, but we hung out in the park, you know what I'm saying? And what I used to do, carry the equipment, and by me doing that, they allowed me to write on the walls while they was piecing. I was doing pieces, and
Nice.
then after that, my Bronx friends riding on the trains, they used to be in the park. So when I first started hearing rap up there, I was hearing like at the time it was the previous three. It wasn't ever the previous five. And then it started
Oh,
growing to the previous four. I used to listen to them and Mitchell Projects, because
right.
we're around the trains in the Bronx and they say, yo, man, they playing in the park. They used to be the DJ Pete, DJ Jones, Flash, and Melly Mel, Kid Creole, and at the time it was Scorpio.
Oh,
It
okay.
was them
Okay.
three. There was the previous three, and then
Wow.
and we used to go up and hang out. And at the time we used to listen to Kool Herc, Clark Kent, and the Herculoids. You know, all that
The
time I was
Herculoids. Wow. All
yeah,
right.
and
All this time you still not rapping. You just
no,
listening.
yeah, just listening and doing my pieces and stuff.
Right.
So I took in a lot of rap, a lot of music, and plus my mom's was play a lot of music in the house. So music, like been in my family. So but Tito started me rapping. I'm gonna tell you, he like
Tito
yo,
is the innovator, right? Even when
yeah,
he came back out a couple of years ago briefly, he got them engines moving. He was creative. He wanted to do
yeah,
the hip hop awards ceremony. Like I could just imagine him back then as a youngin, right?
yeah.
Trying to be innovative with this whole rap game. So I can
It-
picture what you're
he
saying.
was so good, and like if let me tell you something about Tito. If it wasn't for the rap game, he'd probably be uh, doing like the X Games. You know what I'm saying? Because Tito was very good on the skateboards, and he was very acrobatic, like flips and doing handstands. He used to come down the hill, like he used to ride like 3 blocks doing handstands on a skateboard and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah, he was
Wow.
very,
So
very
who's
skilled.
all the members of the Fearless for those who don't know? Let's
Yeah,
see that picture one more time. Let's name everybody that who's the members? Tell us.
there was Mike C, Crazy Eddie, Masto C, DLB, Tito, and me way in the back.
I see you.
Yeah, yeah,
I see you.
yeah.
You know
So
how strange this is for me being out on the outside, and I'm watching all these artists like a Video Music Box and all the hip hop video
yeah,
networks, and then to get older and to meet everybody because at
yeah,
that time we heard the music first before we got to see the visual.
Yeah.
you know. So years later, I'm like, oh, that was you. Oh, that was you, you know. And
Yeah.
then you go back and you look at the pictures and you like, oh, wow. Like, so I didn't mean to cut you off with what you were saying, but this is like truly exciting. Like Mike and everybody, like I know almost everybody in this picture. This is like so amazing to hear these stories about how you were as you were younger. And I also heard that you got the name Peso because you like the dinero. You used to be
Yeah.
about your money.
Yeah. Yeah. I got my name from all the Spanish cats because I was a hustler. I was always
Okay,
getting money out there, right? So, uh, uh like the black cats would call me Butchie or money, money or dollar. Your money. You know what I'm saying? Because I always
right.
like hustling. I always kept money on me. You know what I'm saying? And then the Spanish cats, they always call me Peso. So I like that name Peso. So it stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So
Was that
then
your first hip hop name? Did you start off your rap career named Peso?
yes, because that was my name writing on the train.
Okay, that was your tag. You used to have your
Yeah,
signature.
Peso
Okay,
131.
got
Yeah,
it.
and then like when I started rapping, I took the name with me, and then and but when I started rapping, I took off the 131 and put the Great Peso because
Got it.
because at the time I was into that mathematic craziness. So the peso stand for the great, and then the P stand for peace, equality, spiritual odyssey.
Nice. See,
And
I
then
didn't know that. I'm
and
just
then
thinking straight money, but the acronyms is definitely deep,
yes,
right?
and and then uh uh those 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 four letters is really great letters and powerful. And then
Right.
and then the name peso is about money. So that's great too. So
That was a
I
great
kept it all together like
combination.
that, you know what I'm saying?
And you still representing those same elements today. You out here
Yeah,
doing your music and you still representing wanting that dinero. I see you out
yeah,
here doing your thing. You got the merchandise, you got new
yeah,
music, you doing some things. But I want to do a little throwback before we
yeah,
get into what's actually happening right now. I
yeah,
actually uploaded problems of the world today. So I want us to and everybody to just take a look back to problems of the world today, and I want to hear your thoughts on the video. Tell us where your group was at, what was going on in hip hop, the style, the dress, everything.
yeah. So that's me saying, "Oh, Jen's problems again," and 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 that was our that was our vision. What we was doing is we was piggyback on the message because when we heard the message, saying and the message just stuck on us, and
Right,
then we started coming up with problems of the world because that was a message too about the things that goes on in the world, and like we kind of saw things in the future. The funny shit, what we were saying, people like, why you rapping about this and that? The shit is kind of bullshit, but that's what we saw, and we didn't know that everything we rapped about is so important today, right now. Those things actually happen. You know what I'm saying? Like the computer started taking over the jobs. You
right,
know that the domestic violence, stealing, and all. Like, you know what I'm saying? We talked about it, right? Those was our little subjects and things, and like the drug, like using drugs. Like people was going to school, but they used drugs to keep them up so they could do their homework and all that stuff, and they got addicted in college and
right,
all that stuff. So we talked about things that was, that we thought that was pretty cool, but we was kind of far fetched, and everybody knew it. But that shit is crazy what you're saying. But if you look at it, that's the problem right now.
right. No, like you said, problems of the world today. And I kind of figured that the point that you said about the message, right? The message was when Melly Mel and in the group, the Furious Five, did that video. It was like, wow, it made you really sit back, like, yeah, the way we living is not right. The thing that's going on in our neighborhoods is not right, and we need to speak about this. And this was, like you said, it was like a part two to that concept, because a
Yeah.
lot of artists, like at that time, how did you come up with topics? Like, it wasn't like, we were living in poor neighborhoods. We did have parents that some people were living in poverty. And like, so what way, how could you be like creative to express what you was going through, what your friends were going through? A lot of you were young, so it wasn't like you was on a party scene that much. You was stepping out of your house, seeing abandoned buildings, seeing people on drugs in the street. This is what you were actually seeing as young people in your
Yes.
neighborhoods growing up. So I'm glad to see that the record labels at that time, not knowing really what to do with hip hop, but still giving y'all a voice. And you didn't really even know how big that voice really was, and how years later it will still ring bells, it will still ring truth, So that's even more reason to give homage to the people who started hip hop for those specific reasons. It's easy for artists to come out now and make mention because they have direction. They have people they can go back to use as reference and be creative off that. At that time, y'all didn't have that. Or maybe y'all had to go to a different genre of music. Maybe y'all
Yeah.
had to refer to R&B to be like, okay, well, maybe I could write a rap about that. But you didn't have other people that you could just really look at. Y'all had to be creative and translate different genres of music into rap. Am I right?
Yes. And it. So what the previous did and what we did, uh, we talked about real things, right? But this was all still like street rap. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Now they call it conscious rap. It's conscious rap. Like, where the fuck they get that from?
They just
You know?
created, once the machine and the big man get involved, they tried to find a way to chop it up and separate and divide and do all that. That's what it's become nowadays because they
Yeah,
try
yeah.
to
They they
control it,
they
you
they
know?
separate and rap, which is still rap. It's
Right,
still
right,
it's still street rap.
right.
It's like I listen to a lot of stuff today, and I take it as just rap. I don't I don't take the new school as mumble rap. I take them as rap. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because they still talking about how they feel. The
Mm-hmm.
rap is like talking about how you feel. You know, to me, we all are preachers, but we don't go to church and preach. We preach
Right,
through our music. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And
right.
it's how you take in of your lessons of things that you hear. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how I look at a lot of things. That's what kept me so much into the music, and you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a fan. Because that's how I
You're
started off.
in it and you're also a fan of it,
Yeah,
right?
I started off as a fan.
Uh-huh.
Then I became a rapper, but I'm still a fan.
Right, right,
So
right.
I never took myself as uh I'm better than, well, I'm a rapper, but I took myself as, yo, I'm part of the crew.
Yes,
Even though I'm part of the
yes.
Fearless Four crew, I'm part of the crew of all rappers. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So
right.
so I respect everybody. You know, I don't I like what I hear, and you know, not everything is good and not everything is bad, but I take what I take what's good for me.
Everything is not for everybody.
No,
You have to realize that.
yeah,
So as long as you keep that in concept, I think every artist needs to, well, they deserve to receive respect, because I feel like everybody has a different way of being creative. So I
yes,
can't knock you down because I don't like the way you delivered your message, or I don't like how you did what you did, and say that you're a whack artist. I mean, I may not like it,
Yeah,
but
but
that
somebody
could be
else
the
gonna love it.
highest paid
Yeah,
artist on the bill. That
yeah,
doesn't mean that
yeah,
artist is no good because I don't like it.
yes,
Okay, I just don't gravitate towards you and your message. That's all,
and that's a lesson I learned when I was riding on the trains
Right,
because everybody has their own style.
right.
But if you getting up, if your name is being mentioned, they see your work, that's respect. You
That's
know what I'm saying?
respect.
They have to respect that, regardless.
Regardless, because you did it and you're doing something.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I've been, like I said, going all the way back to the beginning of your career. I'm seeing you now rocking stages. Shout out to Hip Hop Boulevard and all
yeah.
that they're doing and your movement. You have merchandise out. You're still traveling, doing shows. You sent me a new, matter of fact, let's go to this new video that you have out that you sent in. Let's play this video so y'all can see what I'm talking about. The Great Peso is still doing music, y'all. And again, we are showing homage to hip hop legends in the game. This is Hip Hop History Month. Let's go to this video. What's the name of the video that you sent in? I Be Easy?
Yeah. The name of the song and video is called "I Do This Easy."
I Do This Easy.
Yeah.
Let's go to the video and then we're going to come right back with the Great Peso, y'all. Check this out.
Oh, I do this easy. My skills are pleasing. Nothing like that street heat. The crowd increasing cause they wanna see me or the MIC. Oh, I do this easy. My skills are pleasing. Nothing like that street heat. The crowd increasing cause they wanna see me or the MIC. For those who don't know me, let me introduce myself as I push my flow, elevate the top shelf. I'm from Harlem, homegrown, a chocolate skin tone, and I rock the stage like I'm on my throne. I'm here to get you lifted. I'm a party kicker. Go to the bar and get your liquor. Couple of drinks, get your party lifted. If you get kicked out my party, well, I guess you missed it. Haters, you can't mess with me. You know my family. The feel is for MCs. Your boot or solo, we smash like Bolo, D or B, Tito, Mike C, I'm Peso. What we got, have you hooked like an addict. And there's nothing better than a hip-hop fanatic. Do the mathematic, hip-hop kills the static pack. How is automatic, that's why I stay at it, yeah. Oh, I do this easy. My skills are pleasing, nothing like that street heat. The crowd increasing, cause they wanna see me on the MIC. Oh, I do this easy. My skills are pleasing, nothing like that street heat. The crowd increasing, cause they wanna see me on the MIC. I got a hooked on me like I'm CoCo. When we together, it's like Vita Loca. My flow like Vegas, I'm a winner playing poker. Too much in the clutch, yeah, I said it and she told ya. There's only one life I'm living, top notch. Full of action and passion like the block hot. I'ma keep slinging until I get pop. 12 hours, 7 days a week. Grind to the top, my impact of G-Force. Click, clack like a boss, it doesn't matter what it costs. If you wanna shine the floors, tagging up, hitting walls. TDS rocking a worldwide pride fly, and I can't be denied. This what it sounds like when doves cry. This what it looks like when you aim high. I'm all the way up like a G5 Peso 131. This how I ride. Yeah. Oh, I do this easy. My skills are pleasing. Nothing like that street heat. The crowd increasing cause they wanna see me on the MIC. Oh, I do this easy. My skills are pleasing. Nothing like that street heat. The crowd increasing cause they wanna see me on the MIC. I got a hooked on me like I'm CoCo. When we together, it's like Vita Loca. I got a hooked on me like I'm CoCo. When we together, it's like Vita Loca. I got a hooked on me like I'm CoCo. When we together, it's like Vita Loca. I got a hooked on me like I'm CoCo. When we together, it's like Vita Loca. Yeah. Oh, I do this easy. My skills are pleasing. Nothing like that street heat. The crowd increasing cause they wanna see me on the MIC. Oh, I do this easy. My skills are pleasing. Nothing like that
this easy. That was nice. Very mellowed and grown and mature. We talk about years in the hip hop game, everyone. And again, and for those that I don't speak to personally who are hip hop legends in the game, we thank you for help building this culture. That goes to the DJ, that goes to the way we speak, that goes to our clothing, that goes to the graffiti artists, right? As well as the MC. We want to thank everyone who made contributions to this game. Let's talk about where you are today. You got merchandise, you're affiliated with Hip Hop Boulevard. Give us a little information.
Yes. But right now, like I run with Hip Hop Boulevard and with Al Pizarro, Boo Black, Big Jeff, Speedy. There's a bunch of us. Jazzy G was Jazzy G was the one that brought me to Al Pizarro. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
My DJ Jazzy G. And but I knew Al from way back in the days when he first started the record pool. Al Pizarro was the first person that started the record pool.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that. But
he gave me his history too. I definitely have to bring him back because the last time I interviewed him, we only had about 10 minutes. I don't know what was going on, but I had to end it quick. But I definitely need to bring him back. And I want to thank him for including me in that Jazzy G, that activity, that street event that they had recently. I was very honored to be invited to come host. Shout out to Blue Black and to Al Pizarro for bringing me up on board with that. It was a great event. And again, shout out to Jazzy J for that, for all his accolades and everything that he deserves, for everything that he put into the game as well.
I knew him from the beginning too, because I used to go to his house with Master C and hang out.
I can't believe how close everybody was. Like, you talking about growing up on your block, you had all the legends that you was hanging out in the park with. People would have died to know that location back then. You know what I mean? And now me being in the Bronx and seeing where Jazzy J's studio was, I'm like, that was right in my neighborhood. You know, these are locations that you walk past that you don't even know. You got legends doing serious business in these locations, you know?
And I'm going to say a little bit more. You know, my mother, she loved the hip hop, and her favorite artist was Busy B.
What?
Yeah.
How could you not love Busy B though?
Come
on.
You know, my mom just say, you need to bring that boy to the house so I can fix him some food to eat.
I love Busy B. And today his energy is phenomenal.
Still there.
Right. Still got the same energy, so loving. I think he just had a birthday recently. Happy belated birthday to Busy B. You know? We talking about legends today, y'all. We talking about legends, and you are one.
And all these people got great big hearts, and they, you know, a lot of us is kind of like, you know, not talked about or forgot about, but not really forgot about. We know each other, so we still having fun,
right?
You know, because there's no limit. You know, they got age limits on hip hop. There's no limit in hip hop because this what we made up. We made this up from the streets. Right. So this what kept us from going to jail.
Right.
Kept us from fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? It brought a lot of people together. A lot of different colors. Graffiti, break dancing, rapping. That brought everything together. You know, and a lot of people may not want to say it, but that is the real church. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of things we did, you know, I met people that didn't know English. But we knew each other because we was riding on the train, so we knew how to talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with rap.
Once I've been to Zulu Nation, when I've been to a Zulu Nation event, that's when I realized outside of New York, this is worldwide.
Well,
That was
yeah.
my first glimpse of seeing how it affected people on a much bigger scale without me traveling and leaving the United States. When I saw people traveling here to just be there for this event and to see
just to get some, man. They come all over just to get some.
Right.
You know,
and now to see artists still traveling, Melly Mel, a lot of artists still traveling overseas, getting paid good money to come and bring this culture of ours out there live in the flesh. So too bad we ran out. We're running out of time. I have another video.
I have so much. Like when I was riding on the trains, I'd go to Bronx River, right? And you know, Bam and them Zulu had their parties there, and like you couldn't really get into them projects unless you knew somebody.
Right. No, you would not want to go there and know people, from what I understood for back in the days. Okay.
But back in the day, I ran all through that project. But I was a graffiti writer at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I would listen to hip hop. I listened to all these cats. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing, right on the trains, you got to pass everywhere. So I was all over the place. Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens. You know, and then I walked into rap.
Rap walked into you.
Yeah.
Well, it's a two-way street with you in hip hop. You know what I mean? You was fortunate enough to have it all around you. Shout out to your brother. I haven't seen Kenny G, and give him my love and my regards, because I think I met him first before I even met you.
Yeah,
I think I met him first because he was doing photography at the time.
And
it's been
it's
been many years since I've seen him. So please tell him that I said hello. And Peso, I wrote you this morning and you joined me.
Yeah.
And we covered a lot about hip hop, and I hope people make sure his tag was coming up when he was talking. Make sure you follow him, support. Where can they get your merchandise, Peso?
From www.thegreatpeso131.com or you can get me through Mike C.
Okay, right.
And you can see me on Facebook under Mitchell Graham. It don't say Peso 131, but it say Mitchell Graham. But
we got it up there. It's right there under your face. Your whole tag right there.
Yep. But my website is thegreatpeso.com. You know, it's there. It got my merch. It got my music. It has my videos. You know, things like that.
Support. So this is your girl, Debra CoCo. I hope you enjoyed my two guests that I had on the show. Thank you so much, Peso, for joining me again. Thank you also to MCTNT. We are representing the legends today for Hip Hop History Month, everyone. Make sure you subscribe to Just Give Me the Mic on YouTube and all social media, and follow your girl, Debra CoCo. This is what we about, y'all. We about bringing you the positive messages, and we like to feature positive people doing positive things within our community. And happy anniversary to hip hop, y'all. This is Hip Hop History Month, and I'm your girl, Debra CoCo. We're gonna go do this throwback, show you that Problems of the World Today video, and make sure you check us out Sunday nights, 10 p.m. channel 68 and 8 p.m. on our partner channel MNN2, y'all. Okay, see you soon.
Problems of the world today. Oh, these problems again. I got a headache. I'm living just to die without any feeling, so I wait here for my maker till it's time to go. Ask someone about the time is slipping. Can you spare a dime for asking where will I earn it? I just don't know. I need someone to talk to try to ease some pressure off my mind, cause times are rough nowadays. Got a high school diploma and I'm very ambitious, so why do I live this way? These things called computers does the thinking for a man, leaving one man on the buttons while unemployed I can. Should have trained with computers in some college course, so when I play the game of life, just maybe I'd win with problems, education, unemployment, and got too many. Problems of the world today. Daddy, we have fun the weekend.
myself, I didn't know I had an uncle until Friday. I was really glad I met him, but places mommy bet him, brought them both the ugly faces, oh they were in the back. Thought it was kinda crazy, but I know as a fact that there's no way in the world I kiss my sister like that. What do you mean she has no brother? I saw him myself, and we can go check with mother just to see what she'll say. Thought you would be glad to know I had an uncle, didn't know you'll come home and be my mommy that way. Problem. Don't treat. Problem. Child deceiving. Problem. Got too many. Problem. She won't get the milk, so she went to the store, leaving her son and her new love in the house that day. Never crossed the mind that something could go wrong. Thinking the man in 4-year-old would only joke and play. When she returned home, tears fled from her eyes as she witnessed the son laid out on the floor. The man stood above her with a black leather strap, and as she grabbed the butcher knife, she said, "Don't hit him anymore." The neighbors called the cops, and the boy survived. But that experience will always leave his mind in gloom. And if you want to leave him, that would do such a thing. He lives rent free, but locked in his rubber room. Momentum, child abusing. He got too many. He got to solve the problems of the world. I wanna be somebody, can you understand that? You see, I'm living two lives. I go to work and school. My friends say I'm crazy to try so hard instead of be you with my girl. I must be some fool. If I quit my school, there goes an education which leaves me no pull in my future world. And if I walk from a job, cannot afford a G for myself or her, I may lose my girl. After working there and reading the things, dear. You see, I need to stay up is just to make love. Just about to fall flat on my face, and for strength I pray to the man above. Problem. Relationship. Problem. Strenuous. Problem. Got too many. Problems of the world today. Hey, yo, what's up, fellas, man? Yo, what's up, T? Man, I just got laid off last week. What? Yeah. You think it's bad for him? My girl just left me for what could have been my homeboy. You know how that goes, T. You know how that goes. Yo, homeboy, that's just a few of the problems of the world today. Word. Next door is the big house owned by the Joneses, who a little brown shack that's owned by me. I get so mad every time that I see him, so I guess deep down that's called envy. I walk out every morning before I drive in my car. The old horse and buggy, I should say it is, compared to the new car of Mr. Jones, when my car is 12 years older than his. I'll just live in my house and I'll be alright. And the old Cadillac still gets me around. Wind up the phonograph and listen to a song titled "Don't Let the Joneses Get You Down." Problem. Jealousy. Problem. Envious. Problem. Got too many. Problems of the world today. On the park bench, people pointing their fingers, talking about everyone that walks down the street. They pose as they your friends to get into your business, but they start investigating from the time you meet. They tell this one what you said and tell you what they said, and that's the way he say, she say, start, and then comes the fight for on by the lie. So, and the nosy body just forget their part. I live quite secluded by keeping to myself. I only tell people what I want them to know. Although I get friendly, I won't get personal, because one never knows who's friend or foe. Problems. Problems. Backstabbing. Problems. Got too many. Problems of the world today. Sitting on the street corner to earn a fast buck. Paranoid of the police because of what I sell. Keep a low profile and hide my product, because if I'm caught, then here comes hell. Spending hours getting booked and my bail let out. And I hope my legal aid lawyer don't fail. I mean, as my mouthpiece at my court date, because I can give from 1 to 5 in jail. As I start to think about it, I should leave this mess, turn on, get the job, because I know that I can. And 9 to 5 looks good, but so does the streets. And man doesn't rule money, but money rules man. Problem. Paranoid. Problem. Tough decision. Problem. You got too many. Problems of the world. That girl over there has a fair money status, but she always feeling something when you turn your back. She needs someone's attention, most likely is a parent, so for being ignored, she's a kleptomaniac. The thing she may steal, she could afford to buy him, but the girl's so sick, she'll grab and